Hi, yes. This is Janice Walt Grenadier, and you said it was Nancy?
I did, yes.
Okay, thank you. Um, I'm probably going a little outside the box, contacting you all, but I think it's important to have the conversation with you all. It could save everybody a lot of money. Um, so I don't know if you're the right person to talk to or not. I am in court with Wells Fargo right now. I am having a lot of trouble with the attorneys that you all have hired. And I think that the attorneys have done Wells Fargo an injustice, and that the reason we're in court is because the attorneys are basically trying to pay back favors to other attorneys to harm me, and the evidence and the pleadings will show that.
What type of exam are you mean, is it in reference to that you're in court with Wells Fargo?
It's a foreclosure, and Wells Fargo and Ocwen in the beginning said that BWW Law Group could not foreclose on me. I had a loan. I had a $250,000 loan for my business, and I was going to go through the HARP program and everything. But BWW Law Group owed a favor to a lawyer that's associated with my ex-mother-in-law and in my divorce. And so BWW Law Group basically said, oh, we're going to go ahead and foreclose. And Ocwen was like, and this was like February, and Ocwen said, no, you can't. They can't foreclose on you till April. There is no foreclosure date. And so I wound up having to plead bankruptcy and lose my loan for my business and my ability to for the HARP. And I have everything, all my conversations documented, and I've got the other stuff documented. So anyway, so I wound up filing suit in federal court, and BWW never responded to the suit. And Howard Behrman, one of the attorneys who has forged signatures on like 5 or 6 documents against my house, never responded to the suit. But the judge still went ahead, and so we're in the Fourth Circuit because they still ruled against me, even though I did for a default judgment, and I can't afford a lawyer, and so I'm having to do everything pro se. So while I'm in court with you guys here in the Fourth Circuit, Wells Fargo and Ocwen then go and hire another law firm to try to foreclose on me. At the same time, I'm trying to work this out, and I'm going to your attorneys, isn't there a way we can work this out? And so also Bank of America is involved in the suit. By the appearance of everything is, and I don't know if you're aware of all the robo-signers that were out there, is that my loan was on option 1, Wells Fargo, LaSalle Bank, aka Bank of America's balance sheet, all at the same time. I mean, there's so many different problems. And now you've got the debt collection agencies violating the law. So
I'm sorry to hear, about your situation. I know it's a very difficult one that you're going through. The executive office that you reach, we handle here consumer checking and savings accounts. I don't work with mortgage accounts.
okay, so which executive office should I be calling about this?
That's Wells Fargo Home Mortgage Executive Office.
Okay, do you have a phone number for that?
I do. It's 1-800
1-800
853
853
8516.
8516. And who is the head of that executive branch?
They take calls there on behalf of our CEO, Tim Slum.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Do you want me to transfer you over?
That would be great. Thank you so much, Nancy.
Okay, no problem. No,
Uh-huh.
sorry, you said your first name was
Janice.
Janice?
Yes. And I'm sorry I went so much into the story. I wasn't aware that there were different branches for this.
No, I understand. It's okay. And your last name, Janice?
Grenadier, Grenadier.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let me go ahead and transfer the call over, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling Wells Fargo Bank. Is it okay if I place you on hold?
Yes, please.
Oh, great. Thank you.
I'm on hold with Wells Fargo, waiting for the executive office for the mortgages. That the executive office I had was for checking and savings accounts. So, but it's still the executive office for Timothy Sloan. So. The whole situation is I don't know if Wells Fargo and Bank of America and Auckland realize what their lawyers have done to them. So by reaching out to the executive branches and being sure that the CEOs are aware what their lawyers are doing to them, I think it's helpful, and maybe we can come to a resolution.
Thank you very much for your patience.
Oh, no problem.
I have Emily on the line with us. She's been on the Wells Fargo Home Mortgage Executive Office, and she will speak with you further, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Emily, go ahead, please. Hi, Tina. Emily Kynes with Wells Fargo on a recorded line. Nancy filled me in a little bit on what may be happening, but you're calling in regard to a foreclosure. Is that correct?
It is, but we are in court.
Okay.
And you guys are paying a lot of money for lawyers who are acting unprofessional and who have violated some of the federal laws on collection. And I'd always hoped that we could settle this, and so I hadn't filed complaints with the CFPB and the SEC and all these places, and I've started to do that now, and I decided that I was going to reach out to not only your executive office, Auckland's executive office, and Bank of America's executive office. And the reason those people are involved is my loan was on the balance sheet of Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Option 1 all at the same time. And the documents pretty much show that. But not only that, I've got all the famous robo-signers you could ask for, and but BWW Law Group, one of the law firms that are involved, all of their documents were basically forged. And that's
Which
some
documents were forged?
BWW Law Group, who was the original company that was attempting to foreclose on my home. When I went into why I filed suit was I had a loan for $250,000 for my business, and part of the deal with my loan was that $50,000 was going to go into an account to make my monthly house payment, and the other $200,000 was to be able to build my business. But they wanted me, to not have to worry about this so that I could spend the time on my business. I was in the HAMP program, or the HART program, going through the document, going through the system. Well, Aquin said, this was in February, and Aquin said, nobody can foreclose on your house until April something. That gives you plenty of time to get through this, to get it done, and da-da-da-da-da. Equity trustees with BWW Law Group stated, oh, no. We own the loan. We make the decision. And I have it in emails, and I have all my phone calls documented, just like you guys do. And said, we are going through with the foreclosure. Finally, Aquin told me they're not allowed to, but apparently they say that they have ownership of the loan, and they're going ahead with it. You better do what you need to do, which meant I had to go into bankruptcy, which meant I lost my business loan, which meant I couldn't qualify for HARP. What I would find out, though, is when I filed suit in federal court, BWW Law Group, your lawyers who did this, and the lawyer involved, Howard Bierman, who forged several documents, never responded to the suit and said they were going to respond, and finally I told them, if you don't respond, I'm going to do a default. I did the default, and the judge did it against me, which was incorrect. So we're in the Fourth Circuit in appeal, and I plan on taking it all the way to the Supreme Court. Well, while I'm in the Fourth Circuit, Wells Fargo and Aquin hires McCabe, Wellesley, and Conway to foreclose on me. So now they've backed off. Go ahead.
I was going to ask if I could please have your loan number so that I can reference some of these documents that you're referring to.
Yeah, actually, I was hoping if I could get your email address also, because this is what I think is the solution to this problem, is that you all have been scammed by your lawyers, because the other law group that's involved is Troutman Sanders, and Troutman Sanders should never have been allowed in the case, and I asked for them to disqualify because they stole $30,000 from me in 1990 to help my ex-mother-in-law, which BWW Law Group did what they did as a favor to Ben DeMiro, who is representing my ex-mother-in-law. So everything your lawyers have done, I want to be sure you guys understand why they did it and why the lawyers should be held accountable for what's happening. And that maybe we can settle this with the lawyers being held accountable, not Bank of America, not Wells Fargo and their errors, but due to the criminal acts of the lawyers. Because that's really who's at fault here. The loan number.
Oh, sorry. Yes, go ahead with that loan number whenever you're ready.
Okay, it's 714-331-2465, and it's extremely confusing.
Yeah, I don't know that is a Wells Fargo loan number, but we'll find you. But in order for me to give any information about the account, I need to be able to verify you. I'm going to go ahead and do it with your first and last name. I have Janice, Janis.
Janice. It's ICE. Yeah, it's under Janice Wolk, WOLK, Grenadier, GRENADIER.
Hyphenated or space?
They have it on this Aquin Loan Servicing as hyphenated, and it's usually a space, so it could go either way.
Okay.
And the property, okay,
What are the last four digits of your social security number?
8109. See, and part of the problem is the appearance is this loan doesn't even exist with Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. I've already run it through that. They say there's never been a loan on my house. The second thing is it shows that this was, like I think I told you, I can't remember what I told Nancy and you, is that this loan was on Bank of America's Option 1 and Wells Fargo at the same time from all the documents that are filed on the house. And I mean, I've researched this now pretty closely because of everything that's taken place.
Mm-hmm. So it seems clear that we're going to need to do some research. I was not able to find a loan, but we will definitely initiate research to make sure that we can figure out what's going on. Let me just go ahead and make sure that I understand what one of the main issues is that the attorneys are being unprofessional and that they have had previous interactions with you that means that they shouldn't be on the case now just because of
there's
documents and
forged documents, personal relationships, things that they've done in the past, and they basically, and my ex-mother-in-law filed, there's a lot of issues, and my ex-mother-in-law and my ex-husband are trying to basically kill me and do whatever they can to harm me. And my ex-husband's father was a judge here in Old Town. My stepmother-in-law is a divorce attorney. They're extremely powerful, and so the judges have colluded, but these law firms have covered up criminal acts of my ex-mother-in-law, who's a lawyer. And in doing that, now what they're trying to do is collude with them. And so one of the things is, because of my divorce, I own a bunch of real estate. I should own a bunch of real estate, and I should have income of almost $22,000 a month. But I'm not getting it because of how powerful my ex-mother-in-law is. So I try to go to court, and your lawyers, Troutman Sanders, what they did was, when they sued me, I did a counterclaim cross-complaint to get my money. Your lawyers stated to the judge I shouldn't get my money. Well, you're paying them. Where if I got my money, I could pay you. It's just so mind-boggling. And the documents will show everything I'm saying. Yeah?
Yep, I totally understand that you're frustrated. I'm going to have to, this isn't something that I will be able to solve without doing some research first.
Right.
So I'm going to look into your case. I just need a little bit more information from you, and we can get started right away.
Okay.
You will have a response within 24 to 48 hours. That will be, we will determine exactly what needs to be researched and start that process, and you'll have a contact person that would be just you. It could be me. It could be someone else here in the executive office.
Okay.
But to start that process, may I please have your phone number or the best number to reach you at?
Yeah, it's 202 368 7178.
Okay. 202-368-7178.
Right, and would you like the case number that we're in court with?
Sure, absolutely. What is that case number?
Okay, so the case number is 1:13 CV 01152. Oh wait, that was in the District of Columbia, and then it was moved to the Virginia court because I thought I might be able to get a fair trial in DC, and that case number is 1:14 CV 00827 LMB-TCB. And our active case in, let me see if I can find the number for Fourth Circuit. I can't find the number right now. If you have an email, I can send you kind of like an outline of everything and who all the parties are that involved, and a copy of the original suit with all the exhibits, which has a good amount in, and then I can send you the most recent documents.
Okay, I'm sure that is all going to be, very helpful information. In order to start the process, we need to do some initial.
Oh, okay.
You want to make sure that the person who you're working with you'll only have one contact person.
Okay.
And it's something where they would have a specialty in foreclosure or whatever is determined to be kind of like the root.
Okay.
Cause of the problems, whether it's the collection laws are violated, or attorney misconduct, or foreclosure proceedings, whatever it might be. The only other thing, I'll just verify those case numbers. The first one that was filled in the initial filing in the District of Columbia was 1:13CB01152. Right. And then I have the Virginia case as 1:14CB00827 LMB-TCB.
Right. Now, those are the LMB is the judge, which was Judge Brinkema, and she has a financial conflict. But also, part of my problem is, like I told you, my ex-husband and my ex-mother-in-law, his father was a judge, and all these judges were friends. But not only that, at this point, my ex-mother-in-law, I've been told, is sleeping with one of the judges in the federal court in order to control. And I did put that in writing to have one of the judge that apparently is the person, and the response was it's unfounded. Not that he wasn't doing it, but it was unfounded by the evidence I gave. Well, I mean, I'm not in the bedroom with them. I just was told, and so and it's like I said, it's a confusing story. So
well, and either way, it sounds like the judge, that isn't appropriate, or how we want to make sure that
right. We all want, what
Fargo isn't.
Well, this is
any problem to make this more complicated.
Well, the problem is too. Go ahead. Was that I didn't file any complaints with the government because I always thought, what, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, everybody wants this resolved. They don't want to be in court forever. They don't want the complaints. They've had enough complaints, and it's just gotten to the point where I was given no choice. So I have, just so you know up front, I haven't followed through completely, but there have been complaints filed with the CFPB and the SEC. And, I can pull back on those very easily at this point still.
Those all go to our office. So if you have filed a CFPB claim, or if you have filed something, it will come to our office directly. So
okay.
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, they don't respond directly. They reach out to Wells Fargo, and so the cases would be combined. So if in our research, if we find that there is a connected case,
right,
it will just become one, and then when we respond, as a part of the executive office, you'll receive the bank's official response in writing, and then the CFPB would receive it as well.
Okay.
So it will be, even if it's started pulling back, it just becomes, one case. The only other thing is that I will need your address, please.
Oh, no problem. It's 1515 West Spring Street, Spring, Alexandria, Virginia, 22301.
Okay, so I have 1515 West Spring.
Oh, no, it's just 15.
Alexandria.
It's just 15 West Spring Street.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The
15 West Spring, Alexandria, Virginia, 22301.
Correct.
Perfect. All right. So I will get this in right away, and someone will be reaching out to you at the phone number that you've given us within the next 24 to 48 hours. You'll also receive a letter in the mail at this address acknowledging that we have received your complaint, and we will go from there and make sure that we get this taken care of.
Okay, I kind of also would like to tell you what I would like to see as the outcome, because I think it's a fair assessment. I understand the banks were,
Right, and that's, yes,
I understand the banks, there was a lot of things that were done, and I believe they were done without the knowledge of a lot of people and within the bank. I think there was, I don't know what happened, but whatever happened, happened. And I would like to see the attorneys, insurance companies held accountable for their actions, because I don't think their actions were on the directions of the bank.
I am making a note of that as
I
well.
could be wrong, but I honestly do not believe that the actions of your attorneys were on the direct response by, I think that they scammed you as much as they have tried to go after me in order to protect their relationship with other lawyers and judges. And because I just don't see how you could know the personal connections unless they were open and honest with you. And I don't think they were.
Okay. I have made a note of that as well. So if you don't have any other questions for me right now,
No.
I'll make sure that this is all included and someone will be reaching out to you to work on getting this resolved.
Okay, can I give you my email address as well? So just so you have it?
Sure.
It's JW.
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
Oh, that's okay. It's JW Grenadier, GRENADIER, at gmail.com.
Okay. jwgrenadier@gmail.com.
Correct. Oh, and
Got it. All right.
one other thing. When I was giving you the case numbers, it was CV as in Victor, not Bravo. Just in case, because
Okay.
when you were repeating them back, I was like, was that a B or a V? And I meant to say that back then.
Got it. Okay. I have made that update. Thank you for clarifying that.
No problem. I appreciate your
I hope you have a
time.
good rest- Oh, no problem at all. I hope you have a great rest of the day.
Okay, thank you very much, Emily.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. That was Emily with the Wells Fargo, and according to Wells Fargo, that is not a loan number for Wells Fargo for a mortgage.